We have Dr. Uhtaek from KIST, who is the Director General of Brain Science Institute. Thank you for accepting our request for
You're
this
welcome.
interview.
Thank you very much.
Let me ask you the first question. This is the first time that the Korean neuroscience community hosts this size of an international conference. What are some of your thoughts on the significance of this event?
Well, when we first bidding this Congress in Daegu, we never expect this size of very successful event. Actually, we expect probably some half of the size, because that time Korean Neuroscience Society is not big enough. So we were worried about it actually when we initially bidding for the Congress. But this is such a successful. And I think the one reason is that the Korean Neuroscience Society has become very big, and also international community also recognize the success of Korean Neuroscience Society. So that's why. And of course, neuroscience is a very fast-growing research area. So I think many participants are coming to, even it's a local area, but many are they really actually come to Daegu. It's so I'm so glad to see that.
It must have been a long journey from the bidding to hosting this conference actually. So do you have any memorable episodes that you'd like to share with us?
Right. Actually, we shouldn't forget one individual, which is the former director or president of KBRI. So Professor Suh. He was I think he used to be a very long history of a council member of IBRO. So he actually tried to host this Congress long time ago, but that time Korean Neuroscience Society is not big enough. But so he actually tried many times actually to host this one. But finally, 4 years ago, actually he actually prepared the ground hosting this Congress. That time I was the president of the Korean Neuroscience Society, so I have to go to Brazil to present how to organize this meeting. And then our society was not first a contender at all, but I think Daegu Convention Bureau and also Daegu City Bureau, they are the representative of those two offices are very work hard. They almost meet and talk to every council of IBRO, and then they persuade them and what's the size of Korean Neuroscience Society, and also what is the Daegu and what is the good points having IBRO Congress in Daegu. And I highly give good compliments to their efforts. So that's the background of successful bidding for 2019 IBRO Congress in Daegu. Yeah.
Thank you. And last question. As the size of Korean neuroscience community goes up and up, I heard that KIST, Brain Science Institute, is one of actively researching institutes. Could you briefly introduce your institute?
Well, yeah. Thank you very much for asking. Actually, I'm in charge of Brain Science Institute in KIST. Many people got confused with the KBRI and with KIST. But KIST BSI is located in Seoul, and the size are about twice as big as KBRI. So we have about more than 55 labs, PIs, so which is quite big. And I'm very proud of BSI because BSI very uniquely have three different big area of research, such as engineering and neuroscience, and also chemistry. So different background, we get together, and then we give very high synergy on this matter. So if you see, there are many brain science institutes in the world, but mostly they are working with neurobiologists or biologists. But here we have an engineer who made chips and also lab on a chip type small instruments, and also chemists who are synthesizing chemicals to study brain disease or some treatment for brain disease. And also, of course, we also have neurobiologists who are work on, many, physiology or functions of brain. So I'm so proud that we all have, the Brain Science Institute have three very big different, research area combined in Brain Science Institute. Yeah, that's what I'm proud of.
I hope that the uniqueness of KIST BSI, Brain Science Institute, would enable many more fundamental neuroscience studies. Yeah, thank you again for accepting this interview. Thank you.
You're welcome.